One AI agent, one task at a time. That's the ceiling, and it's slow. So we break it with Hermes. Run a whole team of agents in parallel. So you take one job, split it into pieces, and put one agent on each, all working at the exact same time. Same role, different target. 5 agents, 5 companies, all at once. And you're never capped at 5. Need a 10th next week? Text the bot one line and it's in. No setup, no new agents. Then one last agent reads everything they found and turns it into a single report. And the whole thing is automated. It runs every morning on its own before you're even up. This is what's on my phone when I wake up, a full professional report. As you can see, 5 competitors built and delivered overnight. I didn't touch it. No code. Let me show you how to build this from scratch. So we've got Kanban open. We're building 4 agents that research 4 companies at the same time. Then one that turns it all into a report. So first, let's click on Profiles, where you set up your agents. So here's how I did it the first time. 4 agents, Asana, ClickUp, Monday, and Notion. 4 companies, 4 agents. And that's wrong, because an agent is a role, not a topic. A researcher is a researcher whether it reads Asana or Notion. Same job, you're just pointing it at a different company. It's like hiring 4 people because you've got 4 reports to write. You don't. You hire one researcher and hand them all 4. And one researcher scales. 10 competitors next week, same agent, more tasks. If you have 4 profiles, you'd build a new one every single time and it's a dead end. So this go. Let's delete them. And of course we keep default. And now the right way. One profile. Let's click on create. Let's name it researcher. For the description, let's keep it simple. Researches a company's pricing and features. And that's the role. Stated once. Doesn't matter which company. That's the whole point. The model is DeepSeek V4 Flash. Not the Pro one, because these agents just fetch and summarize. Flash is fast, cheap, plenty for reading a pricing page. The smart model comes in later, where it earns it. So DeepSeek V4 Flash and create. So we have one researcher, and that's the agent doing all 4 jobs. So one more thing before we build. Right now the default agent runs the board. But it can't create tasks on its own from a Telegram message, and we need that at the end. So we add the tool now. Let's open our terminal and let's copy this command. So this backs up the config file, a copy, in case we break something editing it. Anything goes wrong, we restore from this. So let's run it. No output means it worked. Okay, great. Our next command, let's paste it. So this one adds Kanban to the toolset list. The line that gives the agent the power to create tasks. Let's run it. Great. Now let's check. And here we go. We added Kanban. So we have Hermes CLI and Kanban both there. Now let's restart the gateway. This will reboot the agent so it loads that new Kanban tool. Let's run it. Okay. Gateway is shutting down. So now we can see that start has failed. Let's fix that. First, let's type anything to Telegram and it's working. But we still have start failed. Let's click on it. Okay, so the easiest way to fix this is to copy this. I know it sounds very lazy, but let's go to chat. Let's paste this here and tell Hermes to fix it. And we'll wait. Here we go. It's running right now. I think it's fixed. It's usually because it's a Telegram conflict, 2 gateways fighting over the same bot. So by telling Hermes to fix it, it will close all the gateways and keep defaults running. And here we go. Everything is fixed. You can see the root cause. The researcher profiles gateway was holding the Telegram bot token, blocking the default profiles gateway from starting. For this kind of problems, it's better to tell Hermes to fix it itself. So setup's done. Now we pawn this one agent at 4 companies and let it run. So let's head over to Kanban, our dashboard. So first thing to do is to create the tasks, 1 per company. So first one is ClickUp. Let's create. And then we have Monday, then Asana, and lastly, Notion. Okay, for tasks, empty for now, no assignee, no description, nothing. They just sit there. So now the one that matters, which is task 5, the agent that pulls everything together. So let's add it. The name is the synthesizer. Let's assign it to default. And for parents, all of these tasks are its parents. So let's select one for now. Let's create and let's open it up because this one needs a real prompt. First thing first, let's add more parents, which is Monday, Asana, and Notion. And for the description, let me copy my prompt and let's explain it. So this is the prompt that matters, and I want you to notice how it's written. I'm not telling it which buttons to press. I'm giving it the goal and the output. Read what the 4 researchers found, build a report, here's what the report should look like. The design, that's my brand, colors, dark background, gold, fonts, I'm handing it a style guide. The content, a cover, a takeaway, line up top so it makes a point instead of just dumping data, charts, a comparison table, top 5 features. And the last line, the media one, that's what drops the finished file straight onto my phone. What I'm not doing is telling it how to install anything or which library to use. I give it the what, it figures out the how. That's what makes an agent reliable instead of brittle. Okay, so we are done here. Let's save. And let's go back to our dashboard. And watch, even with default assigned, the synthesizer does not launch. It just sits because it's waiting on all 4 parents to finish first. That's the fan-in. One agent holding until everything it needs is done. Now let's arm the researchers. Each one gets the same agent, researcher, and the same instructions pointed at a different company. So let's start with ClickUp. So assignee is researcher, and let's edit the description, save. Second one is Monday, so researcher, let's edit it. So for ClickUp here, after researcher, let's hit enter. Now it's done. Asana, same thing. Let's edit the description. And Notion, so researcher. And let's paste our command, our prompt, and click save. Now they'd start on their own in about a minute. The board checks every 60 seconds, but I don't want to stare at it, so let's click on nudge. And here we go, they are in progress. So the first one is already done. Let's wait for the other 3. So while these run, here's the thing people miss about agents. They're not faster because they type faster, they're faster because they work at the same time. One of me does these 4 back to back. 4 agents do them at once. And they're finishing. So all 4 done. And now task 5 should wake up. Let's scroll here. So it's in ready. Let's click on nudge. And now it's in progress. And let's wait for it. It will be reading all 4 reports and building the PDF. First one, it installs the rendering library. So it takes a minute. And then the agent will solve its own setup. So here, nothing for me to do. We'll wait for the Telegram message. And there it is, straight to Telegram. I didn't write this, didn't design a single page. 4 agents researched, 1 agent built it, and it landed on my phone as a finished file. So let's open it. And look at this. A cover page, title, the 4 platforms, the quarter, the date. This isn't a text dump. It's a document. And right here, page 2, the executive summary. Read that first line, ClickUp wins on price to feature ratio. That's not data, that's a verdict. The agent didn't just collect numbers, it took a position. I come back to that because that's the most important thing in the whole report. And the chart, 2 of them, entry tier and most popular tier. side by side in my colors, the gold, the dark background. It built those from the numbers the researchers bold. Then we have the full breakdown, every tier, every price for all four. ClickUp, Asana, Monday, Notion, what each plan costs and what you actually get. And we have here top 5 features across platform, ranked, AI agents, automations, the view types, integrations, enterprise security 1 to 5. On the last page, this is the one, a positioning matrix. Each platform, its price range, its real strength, what it's for, ClickUp for cost-conscious teams, Asana for regulated enterprises. This is strategy, not a spreadsheet. So for agents, research this, something you'd actually send a client. But there is one more thing I still had to do. Sit here and start it. So let's fix that. Let's make it an automated workflow where you can add competitors and set it up to work every day. So to do that, let's go first to Telegram. So the first thing to do is to give the bot a memory. My competitors once right here in the chat. So let's paste this command. Lock in memory my competitor list, ClickUp, Monday, Asana, Notion. Remember this, I'll ask you to run research on them later. Let's run it. And now it knows my list and I can change it anytime just by talking to it. You'll see. So one more thing in its memory, the builder's instructions. So when it runs, it knows exactly how to assemble the report. This is the brain behind that PDF. Let's paste this and let's run it. So now we have the list and the builder both in memory. Now the schedule. I want it to ping me every morning and ask if I want to run. And here's the catch. A scheduled job can't ask me and then sit there waiting for an answer. It runs alone, no chat. So it pings me and I reply separately. Ping, then reply. So let's paste our cron command and let's run it. And that's the whole engine in one instruction. The ping only asks, but Go builds everything. A research task per company and the builder on top, waiting on all of them. And I made it confirm the count back to me, so I always know the builder's there. So I'm not waiting until 9 a.m. tomorrow to show you. I'll tell it to run the job right now. So let's say run the daily search ping job now. And let's run it. So let's wait for it. It's running. And there's the ping morning. Here's your list. ClickUp, Monday, Asana, Notion. Edit or say go. And it pulled that from memory. I didn't paste it. So let's say go and enter. And it confirms. So it's creating the 4 tasks as you can see here. And then the synthesizer. So let's go to the board. Here you go. 4 researchers and 1 synthesizer. Great. So now let's wait for our PDF. And after that, we run a new competitor. Great. So everything is working. Now the part that makes this useful. The dynamic workflow. Because our list isn't locked. When a new competitor shows up, we just tell it to add it. For example, let's add linear to the list. So add linear to my competitor list, just update the memory list. Do not create or run anything yet. Let's run it. And it just updates the memory. Nothing runs. Adding a name and running the research are 2 different things. It knows the difference. Lists, we have 5 competitors now. And the board hasn't moved. Now let's say go and hit enter. So 5 research tasks now and the builder on top of all 5. So we have 6. So let's see the board. So we have 5 research tasks and the synthesizer, the 6th one. So 5 researchers, 1 for each company including linear and the builder waiting on all 5. Great. So I added 1 word to a chat message and the whole machine reshaped around it. That's an agent, not a script. I didn't rewire anything, I told it. So here is where we landed. Every morning at 9, it pings me with my list. I reply, edit it, or just say go. And it builds the whole thing. Finds out, researches everything, send me the finished report. I set it up once, now it runs itself. And here's the final report. Same engine, but now with linear in it. Let's click on it. And right on the cover, we have ClickUp, Asana, Monday, Notion, and linear. If you scroll down, we can see linear here as part of the chart. So it didn't fill a slot. It researched linear and took a position on it. That's the whole thing. 5 competitors, 1 word added to a chat, 4 reports on my phone, and tomorrow at 9 it asks me again.